Hey, good evening. Good evening. This is Charles Coachman, and this is Bay Area Let's Talk Music. Bay Area Let's Talk Music. I have not done this show in several months, had neck surgery, and have been off. And just thought, you know what? To close out New Year's Eve on the West Coast, I thought I'd just jump on, do a quick live, and just say hi to everybody at night. Here we are. It is 11:33 in California. We are 27 minutes away from New Year's on the West Coast, out in California in the Bay Area. So, wishing everyone on the East Coast and in the Midwest a Happy New Year, and then around the world, Happy New Year 2022. So I wanted to kick off. What I wanted to do was go over a couple of my favorite decades, taking a look back 50 years to 1971, going over the top 40 at the end of 1971, and do the same for 1981. So I wanted to start out number 40. Number 40 in 1971, on December 31st, 1971, Never Can Say Goodbye, the Jackson 5. Man, what a great hit. Number 39, Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves by Cher, when Cher was a young lady. And then number 38, If You Could Read My Mind by Gordon Lightfoot, one of my all-time favorite songs. Now, 1971 had a lot of different songs in the top 40, in the pop top 40. So there are some great songs. And here we go with number 37, Rainy Days and Mondays with the Carpenters. Another terrific song. And then number 36, Help Me Make It Through the Night, Sammy Smith. Help Me Make It Through the Night, written by, let's see if we can remember who it was. And I am the fellow that wrote Bobby McGee, and it's slipping my mind. So, Help Me Make It Through the Night, number 36. Number 35, For All We Know. For All We Know by the Carpenters. And then number 34, I'd kind of forgotten all about this song. Chicka-boom, chicka-boom, don't you just love it? Daddy Dewdrop. That was number 34. Number 33 was Put Your Hand in the Hand. Put Your Hand in the Hand by Ocean. And then some of my friends, I've got a young lady friend that enjoys this young fellow, Sweet and Innocent, Donny Osmond of the Osmond Brothers. Number 31 was My Sweet Lord by George Harrison. And this was a huge year for the Carpenters. And here they go again, number 30, Superstar by the Carpenters. Number 29, Temptation Eyes by the Grassroots. The Grassroots, just a terrific band, and they were just as awesome as they could be. And one of the things that I found out about the Grassroots, almost every bit of their music for their albums was done by the Wrecking Crew, that crew out of the studio musicians out of LA that came in, did all the music, and then the Grassroots went out and performed at their concerts. Number 28, Amos Moses by Jerry Reed. Remember old Jerry Reed had all those great hits? Amos Moses. Now, number 27, Superstar, Murray Head and the Trinidad Singers. And then number 26, I Found Someone of My Own, The Free Movement. Now, that is a great song. It's just a terrific song, and I remember listening to that many times. And then Mr. Tom Jones with one of his last hits. And then She's a Lady, Tom Jones, number 25. And then here's one that I was just joking about with people the other day. Signs Signs by the 5-man electrical band. Sign, sign, everywhere a sign. Blocking out the scenery, breaking my mind. Signs. Number 23, one of my all-time favorite hits. Number 23, Ain't No Sunshine. Ain't No Sunshine by Bill Withers. Number 22, one of the early hits for Paul McCartney after the Beatles split, and that was Uncle Albert and Admiral Halsey. I remember listening to that and going, "What is this? What is this?" But it was an awesome, awesome song. Here is one song that I think touched the whole nation, and it was number 21, What's Going On? What's Going On with, of course, Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye, and it just an incredible song, still as good today as it was back then. And then one of my favorite songs. Oh, let's hold on. Number 20 was The Night They Drove Old Dixie Down by Joan Baez. The Night They Drove Old Dixie Down. Now, that was done by Joan Baez, but it was also done by the band. Just as a matter of fact, I think I like the band's version better, but Joan Baez certainly did a great cover of that, or did a great song. And then number 19, this was one of my favorite songs of the summer of 1971, and that was Do You Know What I Mean? Do You Know What I Mean by Lee Michaels. Lee Michaels. Now, I don't know of any other hits by Lee Michaels, but I know he played an awful lot here in the Bay Area, so Do You Know What I Mean? And that was just a terrific song. And now here's a song that has been taken off the playlist of the Rolling Stones. Brown Sugar, number 18, Brown Sugar. And then number 17 of the top 40, 1971, Mr. Big Stuff. Who Do You Think You Are? Mr. Big Stuff by Gene Knight. Number 16 was You've Got a Friend by James Taylor. Now, James Taylor and Carole King had been a couple, and she let him use that song, and he made it one of the biggest hits of all time. Of course, with her Tapestry album, she also made it a hit herself, but James Taylor got the better end on that one. And then number 15, Treat Her Like a Lady, the Cornelius Brothers and Sister Rose. Treat Her Like a Lady. Oh, that was a great song. And then number 14, Smiling Faces. Smiling Faces Sometimes, The Undisputed Truth. It was kind of a little bit of a different song, but it was a great song. And then number 13, Want Ads by the Honeycombs. Want Ads. I'm going to put it in the Want Ads. And now, my first introduction to this fellow, number 12, Tired of Being Alone by Al Green. One of my all-time favorite hits. Al Green changed music for me. I started looking at music in a different way after I heard Al Green singing. He was phenomenal. And he sure made a big smash in the early 70s. He was just terrific. Now, here's another, Me and My Bobby McGee. Me and My Bobby McGee released, and this was number 11 by Janis Joplin. Me and Bobby McGee released after Janis's death. She never got to hear the release, but it went to number 1 and was number 1 for several weeks, but was a number 11 overall for 1971. And then knocked 3 times, number 10, knocked 3 times, Tony, Orlando, and Don. They had a string of great hits, so hats off to you, Tony, Orlando. And then number Number 9, Just My Imagination, The Temptations. Oh my goodness, The Temptations. How good were they? They were something else. And here they were, still running hard in the early 1970s. And then the first really big hit for John Denver on the top 40, and that was "Take Me Home, Country Roads." Just a great song. So John Denver, number 8, "Take Me Home, Country Roads." And then number 7, by that youngest Osmond, or I guess not the youngest Osmond, but one of the younger Osmonds, Donny Osmond, "Go Away, Little Girl." Go away, little girl. So, Karen Arriaga, that is for you. Go away, little girl. Because Karen is the biggest Donny Osmond fan I know. And then number 6, the top 40 of 1971, "Indian Reservation." "Indian Reservation" by the Raiders. So that was a huge hit. And being an American Indian myself, I thought it was pretty doggone good. And then "How Can You Mend a Broken Heart?" Number 5. "How Can You Mend a Broken Heart?" The Bee Gees. Now, the Bee Gees had been around for many years. And then, of course, they would pop up later in the 70s when disco hit and Barry Gibb got that high falsetto, and then everything took off for them. So, "How Can You Mend a Broken Heart" by the Bee Gees, number 5. Now, here's that Osmond group again. Number 4, "One Bad Apple," the Osmonds, number 4. Now, mentioned Carole King a little while ago. "It's Too Late," and "I Feel the Earth Move." Double-sided single, double A side, I should say, by Carole King. "It's Too Late" and "I Feel the Earth Move." And then another double-sided that comes in number 2, and this guy had some phenomenal hits, "Maggie May" and "Reason to Believe," Rod Stewart. Man, every picture tells a story, and that was a phenomenal album. But "Maggie May" and "Reason to Believe" by Rod Stewart, number 2. And then the number 1 song of 1971 was "Joy to the World." "Joy to the World" by Three Dog Night. "Jeremiah Was a Bullfrog." Who did not love that song? I mean, that was a song that we played all the time. We had a great time with it. Now, 1971 had some phenomenal hits. We got to hear for the first time from Carole King, where she released "Tapestry," which was just a phenomenal album. Became the biggest selling album of all time for quite a while. So it was a smash hit. Now, I want to turn to 1981. 1981. So 40 years ago tonight. 40 years ago tonight, I'd have been living in Boulder Creek and experiencing a little bit of rain. So, number 40 from the top 40 for 1981, "Crying" by Don McLean. And here in 1972, Don McLean had his biggest hit, "American Pie." Bye Bye American Pie. Number 39, "Lady, You Bring Me Up" by the Commodores. And then here's another song. I don't even remember this one. Number 38, "Passion" by Rod Stewart. Number 38, Rod Stewart, "Passion." Number 37. Now, this is a group that I went to see in 1977. But in 1981, they had a huge hit with "Urgent" by Foreigner. "Urgent" by Foreigner. Awesome hit. Now, number 36 was a musical group. I believe it was a foursome, if I recall right, the Manhattan Transfer. Boy from New York City. The Boy from New York City. And then 35, Woman in Love by Barbra Streisand. Number 34, Living Inside Myself, Gino Vanelli. And then number 33, getting to a little bit of the countryside, There's No Getting Over Me by Ronnie Milsap. Ronnie Milsap, what a terrific person and terrific music that he put out. So Ronnie Milsap, love your music. Now, we had a little group that we used to listen to quite a bit. They had the number 32 song, Take It on the Run. Take It on the Run by REO Speedwagon. Just a terrific hit. And now number 31, getting back to that countryside, Elvira. Elvira by the Oak Ridge Boys. A huge hit. And then here we're getting to the modern times again. The Best of Times by Styx. Number 30. The Best of Times by Styx. Excellent album. Excellent album. And then 29 was a duo. Actually, it was a couple of singers, Barbra Streisand and Barry Gibb, with Guilty. So, Barbara and Barry, what were you guilty of? And then number 28 and number 27 are by the same group. The One That You Love, number 28, and number 27, Every Woman in the World. Air Supply. Air Supply. So, hey, congratulations, Air Supply. And I know that they're still around. Let's see, number 26, Love on the Rocks. Love on the Rocks, Neil Diamond, one of our greatest singers and singer-songwriters. Just terrific, and he is an awesome entertainer. Just incredible. Now, number 25, again, taking it back to some of the country, a song called Angel of the Morning. Angel of the Morning, Juice Newton. Juice Newton. And in number 24, Stars on 45 medley by Stars on 45. So that was a medley of hits. And that's what they did, was they sang out the titles and some of the lyrics. So Stars on 45. Number 23 by a group that is just getting back together. The Winner Takes It All by ABBA. The Winner Takes It All. Number 22, and I kind of remember this one, Sukiyaki, A Taste of Honey. And then number 21, and this was difficult for number 21, John Lennon, Woman. Now, John Lennon had been killed the year before in 1980, in December of 1980. But Woman was still a big hit throughout 1981. And then here's a song that I really like. Number 20, I Love You by the Climax Blues Band. Take a listen to that. I Love You by the Climax Blues Band. Number 19, Slow Hand by the Pointer Sisters, Oakland's own Pointer Sisters. And that song was written by Bruce Springsteen. Slow Hand, written by Bruce Springsteen. Here was a smash hit for two fellas. And it was number 18, Just the Two of Us. Just the Two of Us, Grover Washington Jr. and Bill Withers. Man, that was an awesome song. Now, here was one of my favorite bands of the 70s. I absolutely loved them. Went out to see them and saw them, and they were just a terrific group. One of my new wave groups that I just absolutely love. Number 17, The Tide is High, Blondie. And then number 16, A Woman Needs Love, Just Like You Do, Radio. And then number 15 of the top 40 from 1981, Rapture by Blondie. Rapture. Terrific song. Number 14, Queen of Hearts, Juice Newton. Queen of Hearts by Juice Newton, another terrific country and western song. Now, number 13, one of Smokey Robinson's last huge hits, and it was Being With You. Being With You by Smokey Robinson. And he had so many, many huge hits. And then number 12, The Morning Train, 9 to 5, Sheena Easton. Remember Sheena Easton? Man. Sheena Easton, The Morning Train. And this was a TV show. Number 11, the theme from The Greatest American Hero, Believe It or Not, by Joey Scarberry. So Joey Scarberry, the theme from The Greatest American Hero, is number 11. Now, counting down the final 10 of the top 40 from 1981. Keep on Loving You from REO Speedwagon. Keep on Loving You. Man, what a great song. Number 9, 9 to 5, Dolly Parton. And here we're going to have another country and western song, Eddie Rabbitt, a guy that passed away much too soon and much too early. Number 8, I Love a Rainy Night by Eddie Rabbitt. Number 7, and this was Kiss on My List by Hall & Oates. Kiss on My List. And then here we got on to a party song. Number 6, Celebration, Kool and the Gang. I can remember going to a lot of A's games and Celebration was being blown out there. So Kool and the Gang with Celebration as number 6. Now going to the top 5 songs of 1981. Number 5, Jessie's Girl by Rick Springfield. And if you don't know Jessie's Girl, you are much too young. So Jessie's Girl, Rick Springfield. And then Rick Springfield had that huge hit, had a couple of hits going on, and he was also a doctor on General Hospital. So he had himself a good career going. And then number 4, again, number 4, Just Like Starting Over, John Lennon. A terrific song. And still go out there and pick up that album. If you got a chance, listen to that album. John Lennon's last released album. Just a terrific, terrific album. But Just Like Starting Over. And it was. Here we thought we were going to have John Lennon here with us for a long time. And then, unfortunately, he wasn't. Number 3, Lady by Kenny Rogers. When Kenny Rogers was absolutely the biggest thing going. He had every lady swooning. Kenny Rogers. And then number 2, Endless Love by Diana Ross and Lionel Richie. Number 2 for 1981, Endless Love. And then we had that girl with that deep, scratchy voice singing Betty Davis Eyes. Number 1 for 1981, Betty Davis Eyes by Kim Carnes. That is our top 40 for 1981. I wish you a very happy new year wherever you're at. And then Troy, thank you for joining me. Happy New Year, Troy. I know it's already New Year where you're at, so Happy New Year. God bless you, man. Have a wonderful night. I'm going to go out there and sign off because we are 3 minutes away from New Year's on the West Coast. So I'm going to go out there and bang on a horn, I think. Listen to the fireworks and make sure that our house doesn't get caught in any of these fireworks. Everyone have a wonderful evening. God bless. Happy New Year. Take care. And look forward to seeing you in 2022. And cheers to you, Troy. God bless. Take care, and we'll see you soon.